Do you know what, right? My dog gets so upset and so freaked out by the dumbest things. Like he'll hear a leaf rustling outside and he'll freak out, or he'll hear something move in the cupboard that's fallen and he'll freak out. I went away, put this on my face, came out, and he was just like, alright. Could not have cared less. I will never understand that dog's brain. Hello wonderful humans of the internet, how are we? My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I am a vocal coach based in Glasgow, although I cannot say the word vocal coach. Now if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstvocals.com. You can also find me on Patreon and various other social media platforms, and I'll put the handles down below and over there. Over there. Now, if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, benefits include you can fast track reactions, become a reaction, there's special rules on my Discord channel, and you have access to all sorts of bonus content like my Vocal Anatomy 101 series where you learn how the voice works. So consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. Right, we are in Halloween week and we are going to go and listen to an absolute master, a legend, Mr. Tony Bennett. I love Tony Bennett. I was going to say gone too soon, but he lives a very, very long, rich life. But we're going to go and listen to him singing Old Devil Moon from MTV Unplugged. So without further ado, let's just go and listen to this crooner do his thing. Look at him. Tony. That's an intro and a half. He milked that for all it was worth. Also, I just want to say, they don't make stages and settings like this anymore. Like, this is dripping on 90s vibe. I absolutely love it. We need this back.
I looked at you and suddenly something in your eyes I see soon begins bewitching me. It's that old devil moon that you stole from the sky. It's that old devil moon deep in your eyes.
Oh, there is such safety in his voice, even though there's like quite a lot of texture and it sounds weathered in certain ways. There's like an age coming through on it. It still has this ease and this charm that just cannot be replicated. Obviously this is a very jazz forward voice, so we're going to listen a wee bit more and see what pops out.
You and your glance makes this romance too hot to handle. Stars in the night, blazing their light, can't hold a candle to your razzle dazzle. You got me flying high and wide on a magic carpet ride full of butterflies inside.
So he's even like laughing and it still sounds so good. His laugh almost enhanced as the vocal. So what we get here is a lot of like sitting in this almost speechy kind of place and then allowing the offsets to become very pushed, tilted, and the vibrato comes through from that point. So it just has this really lovely pace. It feels like you're walking with him almost. You have a ba ba da ba da da da, and it has that little bit of like tail off. You can have a little bit of bend on the pitch, add in the vibrato, and it squeezes in that little bit of like, oh yeah, I've got some chops. I've got like fine control over my voice, but he's keeping it very, very personable and very like colloquial almost. I love it.
Yes, I wanna cry, wanna croon, I wanna laugh like a loon. It's that old devil moon deep in your eyes.
And there you hear, especially on the N kind of sounds, that moon. He pushes onto that sound and just lets it kind of bend. It's got I just absolutely love it.
Just when I think I'm free as a dove, oh devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me with love.
that was a really strange setup to that sound. He kind of like went, and squeezed it quite like a soft sound. You've got the rasp that he naturally has. It just sounds nicer than what I just did. But then you could hear he was pushing a little bit like this abdominal kind of pushing. So you're getting, it was kind of like, it was like he was anchoring onto the sound as he was going through the phrase. I don't know whether it was because he was like running out of breath. I don't think it was. He seemed quite comfortable. But then he kind of added a little bit more oomph, pushed up into a bit more of a like a higher volume even. I'm just stunned. But I like the way that he just kind of set in his ways. He got the didn't move from there at all. And lips stayed exactly the same. Oh, gorgeous stuff.
To your razzle dazzle, you got me flying high and wide on a magic carpet ride full of butterflies inside. Yes, I wanna cry, wanna croon, I wanna laugh like a loon. It's that old devil moon deep in your eyes. Just when I think I'm free as a dove.
There's a bit of the speech coming through. I'm free as a dove. He's placed that sound in there to kind of draw you back in to his like charm and his persona. This is as much a showcase of Tony Bennett as a person as it is the song, as it is his vocal. Like, it's all encompassing.
Oh, devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me with light.
Yeah. And that was another show of control between his vertical positioning and his tilted positioning with regards to his thyroid. So you get this non-vibrato sound into a vibrato sound, and what he did was he took it on, off, and then back on again. Skilled. That was stunning. I absolutely love Tony Bennett. His duets albums are fantastic. Oh, and everyone was just so excited to work with him because he is a legend. So, Tony Bennett, amazing. I hope you enjoyed that reaction. If you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below. If you want to see more from me, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and anytime I have new content, you will be the first to know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And how are we going to buy this one? I do not know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. But now the video is done, so I'll say goodbye. Goodbye. Love you.